Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to do something a little different. Instead of doing my makeup or my hair, I am actually going to undo my makeup, not my hair, because I already whipped my wig off. But my makeup needs to come off because I am ready to hit the sheets and go to sleep and relax. But there is a process to doing that. I don't just go to sleep with this on, obviously, and I don't just quickly wash it off. There are steps because I don't want to have any residue of makeup left on my skin. Okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright, so first things first, probably the most satisfying thing in the day is taking off your falsies. So I go ahead and I remove those first before I do anything. And then what I like to do is I'll either clean them if they're really badly off, or I will just go ahead and pop them into their lash case so that I can reuse them again. But anyways, now that you have gotten that out of the way, the first step to taking off your makeup, well, that I like to do, is using Clinique's Take the Day Off. And this is a cleansing balm. I never used this until just recently. I watched Desi's video on her taking off her makeup, and I was like, oh my god, that broke everything down. And ever since, I have just been kind of turning to this, and it's my go-to. So I just take a little bit on my hands and I just start rubbing it all over my face to break down all the product, and then I just go ahead and go on in there into my eyes. This is like the scariest sight to see, I think. Like, it looks crazy, but it definitely does the trick and breaks everything down. And instead of going ahead and just wiping it off right away, I let it sit for a bit just so that the product can all break down, especially the product in and around my eyes, because that's the hardest part to get off. So yeah, go ahead and let that sit for a couple of, well, not a couple of minutes, just a minute or two, just so that it can soak everything up and everything can break right down. And then the next step I like to do is pick up a cotton pad and this Miracle water from Garnier. It is the all-in-one cleansing water, and this is for dissolving waterproof makeup. There is another one that comes in a pink bottle. It works pretty good, but I find that the blue works even better because it is for waterproof makeup. Even though I'm not wearing any waterproof makeup right now, I just find that this does a little bit better in breaking up anything that's left over. So I just take a little bit onto the cotton pad, and then I just start wiping everything away. And being really gentle around the eyes. I used to use the makeup pads or makeup wipes from Costco, but I don't know if anybody else in Toronto or Canada has this issue, but they are really, and I mean really dry here. They like don't have any liquid on them. It's like essentially like wiping a toilet paper on your face. Like, that's how dry they are. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but anytime I purchase it, that's how they come. Maybe they are the same in the States, I don't know. But when I have purchased them in the States, they are like actual makeup remover wipes. Here, they are not. Comment below if you have been experiencing the same problem, because if you have, hopefully Costco Canada sees this or somehow, whatever, and they fix that problem, because, child, that shit pisses me off. And moving on, the next step is going to be to cleanse our face. I like to use a cleansing oil. I was using a cleansing oil from just a drugstore brand. I think it was Garnier, but I could be wrong, and it was working wonders. But then Desi made the video with the Juice Beauty, and I saw that it was available on Amazon, so I went and I purchased it. And this is the Stem Cellular Cleansing Oil, and this stuff, OMG, it is literally amazing. Leaves your face so nice and soft, and it works. I haven't been breaking out after having like loads of makeup on, which sometimes happens to me, and with this, it definitely breaks everything down and gets it off. So I just take a couple of pumps into my hand, And then I just go ahead and rub it all over my face, almost like a cream. And if you're wondering why my brows aren't coming off, it's because I just tinted them earlier today. So they're fresh. I'm going away to LA in a couple days, so I needed to make sure that my eyebrows were on point for my little trip. And then using a white face towel. I like to use white because you can see what's left over. I get these at the dollar store. They're like, for a pack, I think of like 4 or 5, it's like $2. They're super cheap. So if you like make them disgustingly dirty, you don't feel bad about like throwing them out. So just go ahead and start wiping away. And as you can see, it's quite a bit. So imagine if you would just like take off your makeup by just say using the balm or like some kind of face wipe and just leaving it, that would all be still left on your face. So it's like major that you know, take all this off. All right, so my skin is clear for the most part. It feels so much lighter. It feels like everything's off. Yes, but just to make sure that it's all off, I'm gonna go in with my Refreshing Face Toner by Live Clean. I absolutely love this stuff. It is a 99% plant-based, which is amazing for me, seeing as I just recently went vegan. So I just go ahead and take a little bit on a cotton pad and gently wipe that all over my face. And as you can see, there is just a little teeny, I don't know if it's picking up really on the camera, there we go. It's a little teeny bit of makeup left over, but by using this, it actually just removed it all. So if I were to go in on another side here, nothing gets picked up, so it's clean. So now that our face is clean, there are 2 separate steps. This is 4. There are 2 separate steps that I would take depending on if I want to do a face mask or if I'm just really tired and want to go right to bed. So for the purpose of the video, I'm going to show you guys what I would do if I wanted to do a face mask. But if I didn't want to do a face mask, I would just go ahead and pop on this water essence by a company called MISSHA. Basically, this is SK2's skin essence. Basically, for, let's say, half the price that the SK2 is. I was going to purchase SK2, then I saw the price and I was like, hell no, I'm not buying that. And then while I was in Sephora, one of the skincare specialists actually said to me, like, girl, don't waste your money, don't buy that, go on Amazon, type this in, buy that, it's like $20. And so I did, and here we have it. And it works amazing, it's beautiful, it's definitely a step, and it has become a staple in my skincare routine now. So yeah, all you do is you just take some into your hand, pat it on your face, and you're good to go, honey. But for the purpose of the video, I'm not going to put this on because I'm going to do a face mask. So my 2 favorite masks of all time are the Water Sleeping Mask by LANEIGE and the Instant Detox Mask by CAUDALIE. So tonight I am going to start off with the Instant Detoxing Mask just because my face has just had a whole lot of makeup on it, and I want to make sure I detox it, make sure nothing went in my pores. So what I like to do is take a little brush. This is for my Glam Glow, and I have sprayed it with some alcohol so there's no nasties left behind in there. And then I'm just going to squirt a little bit out onto the brush and go ahead and apply in the areas where I have larger pores. So that's just basically on pretty much my T-zone. I don't want to put it all over because I don't want to dry out my skin, even though the Sleeping Mask by LANEIGE will definitely help out with that hydration. And I mean, this is not a step you have to do every single night, But if you know that you've just had a lot of makeup on and you want to make sure your pores are detox and definitely clean, then I would suggest doing this. If you are just, it's your everyday makeup that you just took off, you don't need to do this. So now that I have applied it to my T-zone, I'm going to go ahead and wait 10 minutes while this dries up. It's going to turn like a nice white color. That's how you'll know, well, not white, but like a very light pink. That's how you'll know it's pretty much ready. And once that is done, I'm going to go ahead and wash that off with some warm water, and then I'll be right back to show you guys the next step. All right, so we are back. I went ahead and removed the mask. My skin feels nice and tight, like my pores are cleaned out and tightened back up. So I am pretty happy about that. And because I just had on a ton of makeup and I have time today, I am going to add on a sleeping mask and go right into LANEIGE's sleeping mask. This stuff is super hydrating. It is so freaking beautiful. I love how my skin feels in the morning after using this. This has got to be one of my favorite masks now. My teacher actually put this on the radar for me. We were going through skincare one class, and she mentioned that she really liked this mask. So I went, of course, to Sephora and got a little sample, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like really good. So I had to go out and buy it, and it's actually not that expensive, and it lasts forever. I have used this like quite a bit. I purchased this in February, and I still have quite a lot in here. So I mean, it lasts because you don't need much. So what I like to do is go in with a brush again, and then I just add this goes all over my skin. And I kind of put it on just as if I was applying like a foundation. And it's amazing because you don't need a lot of this. And then you just leave it like this. It feels a little wet and sticky, so I won't go right away and lie down because I don't want it to like stick to my pillow and stuff. I'll like do the rest of my nighttime routines, brushing my teeth, meditating, all that jazz. And then by the time I'm ready to lay my head down, it's not dry, but it's just not as sticky. So that's it. That is my Get Unready With Me routine. So hopefully you guys liked it. I would like to say once again, thank you for watching my video. Thank you for taking time out of your evening to watch my video to get unready with me tonight. So don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up if you liked it, as well as hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks for coming by, guys. Good night.